This content is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not intended as medical advice. Always consult your healthcare provider before making any changes to your diet, exercise, or medication. Stop eating these 4 meats, especially if you are over 60 years old, because some popular meats people eat every day may quietly damage the body and increase the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and even cancer. And surprisingly, millions of seniors still eat them every single day. They may look harmless, but after age 60, the body is no longer as strong as it used to be. And one of these meats is still eaten by many people without realizing the danger. So make sure you watch this video until the end, so you can discover which meats may be harming your body and might still be part of your daily meals. And tell us in the comments, which meat do you eat most often? And don't forget to subscribe, because on this channel, we share simple health tips for people over 60. Before we talk about the 4 meats, you first need to understand something important. Aging changes the body. After 60, the body becomes more vulnerable to inflammation, high sodium intake, and unhealthy fats. Your arteries may become stiffer, blood pressure may rise more easily, and cholesterol may build up faster than before. At the same time, many older adults become less physically active. Muscle mass naturally decreases, metabolism slows down, and the body burns fewer calories. Now combine that with foods that are high in salt, loaded with preservatives, full of saturated fat, and heavily processed. That combination may slowly damage the body over time, and the danger is often silent, because many people do not feel symptoms immediately. The damage may happen little by little, year after year, until one day a heart attack, a stroke, or a serious illness suddenly appears. That's why awareness matters, especially after 60. Now let's talk about the first meat.
Bacon. Crispy, salty, smoky. For many people, it feels impossible to resist. The smell alone can bring back memories of family breakfasts, weekend mornings, and comfort food people have enjoyed for years. But here's the problem. Bacon is one of the most heavily processed meats commonly eaten today. It is usually preserved with large amounts of salt, nitrates, nitrites, and saturated fat. These ingredients help improve flavor and extend shelf life, but when consumed too often, they may slowly affect the body over time. According to the World Health Organization, processed meat has been linked to colorectal cancer, and bacon is included in that category. Now again, this does not mean eating one slice of bacon will instantly harm you. The real problem is frequent consumption, especially over many years. Because after age 60, the body becomes more sensitive to unhealthy foods. Blood vessels may become weaker, blood pressure may rise more easily, and the body may struggle more with inflammation. And bacon is extremely high in sodium. Too much sodium may increase high blood pressure, fluid retention, kidney strain, and cardiovascular risk. Many seniors already struggle with hypertension, so adding salty processed meats regularly may quietly worsen the problem. Bacon is also high in saturated fat. Over time, too much saturated fat may contribute to plaque buildup inside the arteries, and when arteries become narrower, blood flow becomes less efficient. This increases the risk of heart attack, stroke, poor circulation, and other cardiovascular problems. But here's what many people ignore. It's not just the bacon itself, it's what usually comes with it. White toast, fried potatoes, processed cheese, butter, sugary drinks. That entire meal may create a heavy inflammatory load on the body, especially after 60. And many people eat meals like this regularly without realizing how much salt, fat, and processed ingredients they are consuming at once. Now here's the good news. You do not need to completely remove flavor from your life. Healthy eating is not punishment. The goal is not perfection. The goal is balance. Instead of eating bacon every day, consider reducing it significantly. Maybe save it for occasional meals instead of daily habits, and replace it sometimes with healthier protein sources like eggs, fish, beans, or tofu. Simple changes, repeated consistently over time, may help support better heart health, better circulation, and healthier aging overall. Now, let's continue. Because the second meat is something millions of seniors still eat simply because it's fast and convenient.
Sausages are everywhere. Breakfast sausages, grilled sausages, frozen sausages, packaged sausages. For many people, they are part of daily life. Easy to cook, easy to store, and ready in just minutes. That's exactly why so many seniors continue eating them regularly. They're cheap, quick, and convenient. But here's the hidden problem. Many sausages are highly processed and often contain excess sodium, preservatives, fatty meat scraps, chemical additives, flavor enhancers, and unhealthy fats. Some sausages contain shockingly high amounts of salt, much more than many people realize. And this becomes especially dangerous for older adults because after age 60, the kidneys may no longer handle excess sodium as efficiently as before. This may lead to fluid retention, swelling, higher blood pressure, and additional strain on the heart. And over time, that extra pressure may slowly damage blood vessels and circulation. Now think about this. Many people don't eat just one processed food. They combine sausages with cheese, processed bread, chips, sugary sauces, fried foods, and soft drinks. So the unhealthy ingredients build up very quickly. Too much sodium, too much saturated fat, too much sugar, all in a single meal. And when this becomes a regular habit, the risk may continue increasing over time, especially for seniors already dealing with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, or heart problems. Another major concern is cholesterol. Many sausages are high in saturated fat, and elevated cholesterol may silently damage arteries for years, often without obvious symptoms. That's what makes cardiovascular disease so dangerous. It develops quietly, slowly, until something serious suddenly happens, a heart attack, a stroke, or severe circulation problems. Now here's something important. Not all sausages are exactly the same. Fresh homemade sausage with fewer additives is very different from ultra-processed packaged products sold in stores. That's why reading labels matters. Look for lower sodium, fewer preservatives, simpler ingredients, and less processed options. Because after 60, the body benefits from cleaner and more natural foods. And remember, the goal is not fear. The goal is awareness. You do not need to completely avoid every food you enjoy, but reducing heavily processed meats and eating them less often may help support healthier aging over time. Now let's move to the third meat, and this one is extremely popular during gatherings, family events, and quick meals.
Hot dogs. Simple, cheap, fast to prepare. For many families, they bring back memories of childhood, barbecues, sports events, road trips, and family celebrations. They are convenient, easy to cook, and found almost everywhere. That's why many people never think twice before eating them. But nutritionally, many hot dogs are among the most processed meat products available today. Some hot dogs contain high sodium, preservatives, unhealthy fats, chemical flavoring, fillers, and low-quality processed meat mixtures. In some products, the amount of sodium and additives may be surprisingly high, and that becomes more concerning after age 60, because aging bodies often become more sensitive to processed foods. Now here's another problem. It's not just the hot dog itself, it's how hot dogs are usually eaten. White buns, processed sauces, chips, fries, and sugary soda. That combination may spike blood sugar, increase inflammation, and overload the cardiovascular system, especially in older adults. Many seniors already live with high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, reduced circulation, high cholesterol, or chronic inflammation, and heavily processed meals may make these conditions harder to control. Over time, these unhealthy eating patterns may place extra stress on the heart, blood vessels, and metabolism. Another issue is nutrient quality. Processed meats often provide lots of calories without enough beneficial nutrition. That means the body receives too much sodium, too much unhealthy fat, and not enough fiber, vitamins, minerals, or antioxidants. So even after eating a full meal, the body may still not receive the nutrients it truly needs. And after 60, nutrition becomes even more important because the body needs proper nutrients to help support muscle strength, energy, circulation, brain health, and immune function. Now again, the danger is not one hot dog at a birthday party. The real danger is routine, frequent processed food consumption over many years. That's what slowly affects health, little by little, meal after meal, year after year, especially after 60. Now, here's something important to remember. Healthy eating does not mean never enjoying your favorite foods again. The goal is moderation, awareness, and making better choices more often. Sometimes simple changes, like eating smaller portions, adding vegetables, drinking more water, or reducing processed foods gradually, can already make a meaningful difference over time. Now, let's move to the fourth and final meat, and this one may surprise you, because many people still believe it's a healthy everyday choice.
Ham, salami, pepperoni, turkey slices, packaged sandwich meat. These foods are found everywhere, in supermarkets, restaurants, cafes, and inside millions of refrigerators. Many people think deli meat is harmless because it looks light, thin, practical, and easy to prepare. For seniors especially, deli meat often becomes a daily habit. No cooking, no preparation, just make a quick sandwich and eat. That convenience is exactly why so many people consume it so often. But here's the hidden problem. Many deli meats are heavily processed and often loaded with sodium, preservatives, nitrates, nitrites, and chemical flavor enhancers. Some packaged deli meats contain extremely high amounts of sodium, even in small portions, and after age 60, the body may become more sensitive to excess sodium intake. Now here's something many people don't realize. People tend to eat deli meat very frequently, not once a month, not occasionally, but almost every day. Some seniors eat ham sandwiches daily because they are quick, cheap, easy, and convenient, but regular high sodium intake may contribute to high blood pressure, fluid retention, and increased cardiovascular strain. Over time, that extra strain may affect the heart, blood vessels, and circulation. And unlike obvious junk food, deli meat often creates the illusion of being healthy. People think it's just a sandwich, but when you combine white bread, processed meat, processed cheese, mayonnaise, chips, and sugary drinks, that meal becomes highly processed very quickly. Too much sodium, too many preservatives, too much unhealthy fat, and not enough fiber, vegetables, or beneficial nutrients. Research has also linked regular processed meat intake with increased cardiovascular risk, and some studies have explored connections between processed meat consumption and certain chronic diseases. Again, the concern is not occasional consumption. The concern is long-term daily habits, because small, unhealthy habits repeated over years may slowly affect health without obvious warning signs, especially after 60. That's why awareness matters, not fear. Awareness. You do not need to completely eliminate every food you enjoy, but reducing heavily processed meats and choosing fresher protein more often may help support healthier aging. Sometimes very small changes, like eating more vegetables, choosing fresh protein, or reducing processed foods a few times a week, can already make a meaningful difference over time. And after 60, those habits matter more than ever. Now, you may be wondering, so what can I eat instead? The good news is this. Healthy eating does not mean eliminating all meat forever, and it does not mean eating bland or boring food. The goal is simply to reduce heavily processed meats and replace them more often with healthier options. Because after age 60, the body benefits more from foods that are natural, simple, and less processed. For example, fresh fish, eggs, beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh, fresh chicken, or minimally processed foods. These foods generally contain less sodium, fewer preservatives, and more beneficial nutrients, which may help support healthier aging over time. Fish may help support heart and brain health, especially fish that contain healthy omega-3 fats. Beans and lentils provide fiber and plant protein. Fiber is important because it may help support digestion, blood sugar balance, and cholesterol control. Eggs can also be a convenient protein source when eaten in balance. They are simple, affordable, and easy to prepare. Tempeh and tofu may also be excellent alternatives, especially when cooked in healthier ways. And here's something important many people forget. Cooking methods matter too. Even healthy foods can become unhealthy when overloaded with oil, salt, sugar, or processed ingredients. That's why simple cooking methods are often better. Grilling lightly, boiling, steaming, stir-frying with less oil, or baking are usually better than deep frying, because deep-fried foods may add excessive unhealthy fats and calories, especially when eaten frequently. Now here's another important point.
Healthy eating after 60 is not about strict diets. It's about balance and making smarter choices more consistently. You do not need to change everything overnight. Sometimes very small changes, repeated every day, can create meaningful improvements over time. For example, drinking more water, eating more vegetables, reducing processed foods gradually, walking more often, or choosing fresh meals instead of packaged foods. These simple habits may help support better energy, healthier blood pressure, improved digestion, and better overall health. And remember this, healthy aging is not about perfection, it's about consistency. Because the small choices you make every single day may shape how you feel in your 70s, 80s, and beyond.
After 60, your body deserves better care, because the foods you eat every day may either support your health or slowly damage it over time. And many processed meats, when eaten too frequently, may increase the risk of serious disease, especially when combined with lack of exercise, poor sleep, stress, smoking, or other unhealthy habits. That's why awareness matters. Not fear, not panic, awareness. Because many people grew up eating these foods regularly. They became normal, comfortable, and part of daily life. But as the body ages, its needs begin to change. After 60, the body may become more sensitive to excess sodium, unhealthy fats, and heavily processed foods. And what once felt harmless may slowly place extra strain on the heart, blood vessels, kidneys, and overall health. But here's the good news. It is never too late to make healthier choices. Even small improvements may help support better circulation, healthier blood pressure, more energy, better mobility, improved digestion, and a better quality of life. And those changes do not need to happen overnight. Sometimes the smallest habits create the biggest long-term results. Choosing fresh food more often, drinking more water, walking a little more each day, or reducing processed foods gradually. These simple choices may help the body feel lighter, stronger, and healthier over time. Because healthy aging is not only about living longer, it's about staying strong, independent, active, and able to enjoy life. Being able to walk comfortably, spend time with family, play with grandchildren, travel, laugh, and enjoy everyday moments. That quality of life matters. So the next time you prepare breakfast, make a sandwich, or buy processed meat at the store, pause for a moment and ask yourself, is this helping my body or hurting it? That one simple question, asked consistently over time, may completely change your future.
If you found this video helpful, don't just watch and leave it here. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because we bring simple health tips every week that can truly make a difference after 60. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these foods do you find hardest to avoid? And which one do you think you eat too often without realizing it? Write your answer in the comments below. Let's talk and learn from each other. Your experience might help someone else change their habits too. And one more question. Have you already started making healthier food choices after 60, or are you planning to start soon? Don't be shy. Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every comment. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.